Hi guys, welcome to week 8 of the Get Active Challenge. So we're going to progress the exercises a little bit more this week. So for the previous few weeks we've been working in 8-minute blocks, been increasing the intensity, working up to 50 seconds. This week we're going to take it back down to 45, but we're going to increase your volume. So instead of 8 minutes work, we're going to do 12 minutes work. So we've got 6 exercises to do, 2 rounds to make the 12 minutes and try and improve your endurance. We've got some specific blocks of work as well, so again that's going to be even more challenging than normal. Normally we have an upper body into a lower body, so you get a bit of a rest. Today we've got 12 minutes of lower body, 12 minutes of upper body, and then the last circuit of 12 minutes will be core and some functional movements, okay? So we'll get straight to it. Guys, so week 8, we'll get straight to it. We'll be marching on the spot for this warm-up, nice and steady, and we'll just run through some of the similar exercises we've been doing over the previous weeks. Get everything nice and warm. We've got a full body session today, so we're going to be working a little bit of everything, so we're going to get everything nice and warm. So as you're marching on the spot, just take those arms round into some circles, just take your time. So you can start off nice and small, and then as you feel comfortable to do so, you can start to make those a bit bigger. So we're picking those feet up just to raise that heart rate and mobilising those shoulders. Just loosen those arms off. And we'll change direction, guys. So nice big circles. Take your time. Good. Keep marching those feet. Pick those feet up to raise that heart rate. And then you can start to make those arms a little bit bigger. Loosen off. Perfect. Good stuff. And then same as normal. Take those arms out to sides across the front. So like I just explained, we're just going to increase that volume today. So we're going to be working for a little bit longer than normal. So instead of 8 minutes work, we can work for 12 minutes. Just to keep you guys working, pushing you a bit harder, keep progressing. Good, and then those diagonal ones that we go through, open up that chest. So we're on 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. 6 exercises, 2 rounds for 12 minutes. We've got a lower body round to start us off. Then we've got an upper body round. And then we've got a core kind of functional round as well. Good, we did this one as an exercise last week, but just take those elbows up. You don't need to press, and we're just going to rotate those shoulders. Keep picking your feet up. So we're just warming up those shoulders, nice and deep. Perfect. Get that upper body nice and warm. Good job, and then we're going to get those legs involved. So into a squat position, squat down, reach in the air. Just get those legs involved, keep those arms moving. As always guys, send those hips backwards. So we go straight down, straight up. Weight should be through your heels. Back's nice and straight. Get those legs warm, get those arms moving. Perfect, up and down. And then we're just going to add a little twist into that. So as you come down, twist over to the side, big stretch down the side of your body, over that shoulder. Perfect. Keep sitting back onto those heels. Get those legs nice and warm. As you start to warm up, you might be able to sink a little bit lower. Whatever's comfortable for you guys. Keep it going. Excellent, and the same as last week, just to warm up the back of these legs, we're just going to hinge forward, back's nice and straight, slight bend in the knees, stretch these hamstrings and reach in the air. So slight lean forward, reach in the air. As you lean forward, keep this back nice and straight, really lengthen out the back of those legs and reaching up in the air. Just to warm up the back of those legs. Hamstrings nice and controlled. And as you start to warm up, you can try and reach a little bit lower. Get everything moving. Excellent. And just to finish off, we'll just squat it down and then up onto those toes, just to switch those calves on. Get those legs nice and warm, nice and controlled. Don't need to rush this one. Last little one, make sure those legs are warm. Couple more of those. And relax. relax there, guys. Okay, straight to it. First exercise, you're going to go sit to stand. So you're going to have your chair stood just in front of it, feet hip to shoulder width apart. Use your arms as a counterbalance. We're sitting down onto that chair and standing straight back up. Okay, so nice and controlled. If you want to make that harder, you can try and tap the chair and come through. If you want to make it easier, sit yourself all the way down and you can either use your arms to help get you back up, okay, or you can actually use your hands and push out of the chair, whatever's best for you guys, alright? So we'll get straight to it. First exercise for 45, and I'll give you the next one as we go through. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1, and we're in. So nice and controlled, down to that chair, drive through the heels. Okay, don't need to rush this one, keeping some tension in those legs. Make sure those knees don't collapse in here. You want to drive those knees out to the sides. Keep your chest nice and proud. So it's nice, good posture, back's nice and straight. Weight is into those heels, so you should be able to wiggle those toes. And we're just standing straight back through. Like I said, if you need to use your arms, you can do. Control it down. You can also use your arms to just get up out of the chair if you need some support, and rest whenever you need to, guys. You know the drill. Good, 5 more seconds, then we'll have a little breather. 3, 2, 1. Perfect, you've got 15 seconds rest, so take your time. Next one, we're going to use the back of your chair, okay, and just in a static lunge position. So one leg's in front of the other, I'll show you diagonally, and we're just going to be dropping straight down and pushing through this front leg, okay? So if you give that a try, off you go. So we're straight down, push through. Okay, and if that's a bit difficult, don't worry about going as low. So just slight little dip, push back up. Slight little dip, push back up. If you want to make it harder, you can sink lower. You've obviously got your hand there for support as well. So if you need to push that chair to help you get back up, you can do. The main thing I'm looking for though is pushing through this front leg. So the front leg is doing most of the work. Back leg is just there for balance. So this is quite a tough one, but it's really good for single leg strength. So just take your time, do whatever you can manage. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then we change leg. I'm going to move my chair around just so you can see from the other angle. Exactly the same thing, guys. Big muscle groups, big calorie burner, good for toning. So opposite leg is going to go in front. Use that hand to balance in 3, 2, 1, off you go. So you just sink down, push through. And we're trying to push through this front leg. Keep that head and chest up. Straight down, straight up. Drive through that front leg. Nice and controlled. Keep everything in line. Make sure that knee's not collapsing in or out. It's going in line with your toes. Try and drop straight down rather than shooting your knee forward. Your front heel should stay on the floor all the time. Good, 15 seconds, well done. So the squats and the lunges are very quad and glute dominant. So the next exercise, we're going to try and hit those hamstrings, which also is an exercise some of you have done before. And relax there, perfect. So next one, we're going to work those hamstrings and these glutes a little bit. So hold the back of your chair, legs going to go backwards, and then we're squeezing your heel into your bottom, okay? So give that one a try. When you're ready, off you go. What I want though, guys, is taking this leg back. So rather than starting down here, already take the leg back. That's going to activate the glute, and then squeeze your heel in. And I said this on a previous video, but imagine you're trying to squeeze like an orange between your calf and your hamstring. Really squeeze that heel in. Let's get this hamstring activated. If that one's a bit tough, you can just do it in a vertical position. So you can bring your heel up and down from there. But taking it into that extended position is just going to make that hamstring work a bit harder and also get that glute going as well. So it's an isolation exercise. Bit of a tough one. 3, 2, 1. Perfect, guys. Good. Shake that one off. We've got the same on the other leg. Exactly the same thing. Squeeze that hamstring, get the back of the leg working. Then we've got cardio exercise, so just try and keep you moving. And then we'll hit that one more round, guys. In 3, 2, 1. So leg goes backwards, heel to bottom. So we're just trying to bend the knee, squeeze that hamstring. Sometimes in these types of sessions you might feel like you've not worked as hard because there's not as much cardio work. However, you should be a little bit sore tomorrow and the day after. It shows that you've damaged those muscles a bit in a good way, which is going to help strengthen them up. It's going to help with toning. Obviously, we've damaged the muscles, so it's going to burn some calories to repair them as well. So it does all add up, guys. Good stuff. Keeping that going. Really squeeze the back of that leg. If you need to make it easier, knees come together. If you need to put your foot down at any point, you can do. Perfect. 3, 2, and 1, and then the final 45, one of my favourites. We've got that side step star jump, and we're just getting moving, try and get that heart rate up a little bit, okay? In 3, 2, 1, and we're in. So side to side, head and chest up, claws in nice and tight. Let's get those arms and legs moving. If you struggle with your arms overhead, you can just come up to shoulder height. Keep those feet moving though. Chest nice and proud. Good stuff, staying on the move. So this is the 6th exercise, and then we're going to run through those exercises one more time, okay? That's going to take us to the 12 minutes. If your shoulders get tired, you can curl it up instead, but let's get on the move, guys. Try and keep that heart rate up a little bit, whatever you can manage. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. If you want to go faster, you can speed it up, okay? Really good job. 5 more seconds, and then we're back to the sit to stands. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Take that 15 seconds. Allow that heart rate to come down a little, and we're back to the start, guys. Sit to stand, chest up, core in tight, slowly down. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So second time through. So you know all of the exercises now, so you can choose your options. If you want to make it harder, you can make it harder. If you want to make it easier, you can make it easier. Okay, take your time. If you need to sit down for a little bit, it's absolutely fine. If you need to swing your arms to help yourself get up, you can do. If you need to use your hands to push out of the chair, you can do. Whatever you can manage. I just want you to focus, control on the way down. Remember, if you want to make it harder, we can tap that chair and come straight back through. Good stuff, 10 seconds, keep those legs working, up and down. 5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1, perfect, well done. Take that 15 seconds. We're into the static lunge next, so that's on the back of your chair. And we're gonna have one leg in front of the other, push through that front leg. Doing really well, keeping it going. Lots of resistance work today. So opposite leg in front, and we're straight down and up. Off you go. Just going to show you side on, just so you can see a little bit better. Split that stance and just drop straight down and up. Okay? So the knee isn't shooting forward, the heel's not lifting up off the ground, but we want to be thinking about pushing through this front leg. So most of the weight is through that front leg, the back leg's there for balance. If you want to make it easier, just don't sink as low, just small little dips. Use your chair for balance. Keep your weight through the heel. That's going to keep the force through these glutes rather than into the knee. Perfect. Keep it going. 5 more seconds. Use this arm if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Take that 15 again. Well done. Shake that leg off. Exactly the same thing on the other side. Flying through. So like I keep saying, plenty of resistance work, tone those legs up, get them stronger. It's going to help with balance, with strength, with stability. It's going to help to burn some calories as well. Off we go then, opposite leg in front. So straight down, push through that front leg. Use your chair for balance and support. Perfect, keeping it going. Nice and controlled. Take your time, keep your chest up. Really try and push through this front leg, even if it's just a small little dip. Let's just get those legs working, nice and controlled. Good job, guys, keep it going. 15 seconds to go, and we've only got 3 exercises after this one, and that's that 12 minutes done. Doing really well. Nearly there now. Keep it going. Last 5 seconds. Up and down. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Then we've got the hamstring curls up next. So, holding onto the back of that chair. Taking your leg already into an extended position, and then bringing your heel up and really squeezing this hamstring at the back. Off we go. So nice and controlled. On this standing leg, let's have a slight bend in the knee. So those other muscles are working to keep us balanced. And rather than just kind of bringing your heel up and down, really think about squeezing it at the top. Really get that hamstring activated. Like I said, if that one's a bit tough, you can just bring your knees together and do exactly the same thing. If you need to bring your feet down at any point and have a rest, you can do, absolutely fine. Keep the back of those legs working, squeezing it up. Good stuff. 10 seconds, up and down. Excellent. 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shaking that leg off. Well done. A little bit of isolation work. So again, a little bit different. The last few weeks have been quite cardio. We've been moving quite a lot, trying to isolate those legs a little bit now. Tone them up, strengthen them up. Opposite leg, guys, in 3, 2, 1. Leg goes back. Squeeze that heel up and down. Again, squeeze your standing leg. That's going to be working for stability and balance. Bring that heel into your bottom. Squeeze it in. Good stuff. Nice and controlled. So again, just providing your body with a different stimulus each week. It's going to keep it guessing. It's going to make it work a little bit harder rather than doing the same things. 15 to go, and then one exercise, and then I think the jumper's going to have to come off. Good, 10 seconds, keep it up. Squeeze that heel in. Good, 5, really good, should really feel that working. 3, 2, 1, excellent. A little bit of space. We've got those side step star jumps, so moving those arms and legs, just getting that heart rate up for the last one in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're in. So side to side. Obviously we've not done as much cardio this week as last week, so if you want to increase the intensity on this one, you can do. If you're happy just moving, that's absolutely fine. You can slow it down, remember. You can bring your arms up to shoulder height. You can bicep curl if your shoulders are tired, or if you're feeling good, then obviously you can go a little bit faster. Good stuff, guys. This is going to take us to the finish of circuit 1. So keep on the move, keep it going, doing really well. 15 seconds, good job. Keep it up, well done. Nearly there. We'll have a rest after this one, we'll take a minute and have a drink. Big push to the end, keep it going, well done. 5 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, have a breather, well done. Okay then guys, so round 2, we're going to work some upper body. So like I've just explained, we've got 2 push exercises, 2 pull exercises, and a little bit of cardio, and I'll give you some options in there as we go. So first exercise for 45 seconds, we're going to use the back of your chair and do some chair push-ups, okay? So on the back of your chair, it all depends on what type of chair you've got, so I'll give you an alternative if not. What we want to be doing is just leaning that body over and just slightly lowering it down and just pushing it up, okay? So we're just working these chest and shoulder muscles to strengthen those up, because we're not typically used to pushing objects, so it's just going to help strengthen those up. If you want to make that harder, you can obviously take your feet further away, okay, or you can keep your feet closer but just try and come lower. Make sure this back stays nice and straight though, okay, and we're pushing the chair into the ground rather than pushing it away, alright? If your chair isn't too suitable, what you could also do is find a wall or a door frame, okay, and you can just do some wall press-ups instead and push against your wall, alright? So a couple of alternatives there, give them a go and we'll see how we get on, okay? So first 45 seconds, In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So back to the chair, back's nice and straight, just slowly lower down, push back up. And just go as low as you feel comfortable, even if it's just a slight bend of the elbow. The main thing here is keeping your back nice and straight, so try not to fold and hunch over. It's trying to keep your shoulder blades together and push back down. So we're just getting those pushing muscles working. If you want to make it harder, you can try and sink a little bit lower. Let that chest come over the chair, push back up. If your chair doesn't feel too stable, you've obviously got the wall option instead, and you can walk your feet further away. We've got 5 more seconds, then we're going to hit the opposite muscles. 3, 2, 1. Good, take a breather. So next one, we've done some flies and some YTWs over the last 2 weeks. This next one's very similar. I want your thumbs up, okay, palms facing in front of you, and we're going to squeeze out to the sides, the back of those shoulders, but keep your thumbs pointing up in the air, okay? Off we go. So slight lean forward, nice long arms, and really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Okay, so we're not just kind of lifting our arms up and down, we're trying to pull. If we can, try and maintain this slight forward lean. That's going to get the lower back working, the glutes, the hamstrings, okay, but try not to arch over like this. If you struggle to lean forward, you can do it upright, but keep your palms facing up in the air. So really isolate the middle of the back and the back of the shoulder, squeeze together. But if you can, maintain that slight lean forward. 5 more seconds, keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Good, right, another advanced one. I'm throwing it out there because you're all doing so well. So we've got some dips off the back of your chair. So you keep your feet in a squat position, hands are on your chair, and you do a little squat and push back up, okay? Use your legs as much as you need to. Try and push through your arms a bit more, that'll make it harder. If your chair isn't suitable for that, on the wall, exactly the same thing, but a little bit closer, so we work the back of these arms a bit more, okay? In 3, 2, 1, give that a try. So squat position, bend those elbows and push up. So the weight's through your heels, so you're in a nice stable balanced position. Push that chair down into the ground, point those elbows backwards, and you should really feel that in the back of your arms. If you're struggling on your chair and it's a bit wobbly, you can do your wall push-ups, but we're trying to keep these elbows close, which is going to work the back of the arms a bit more. Good, 10 more seconds guys, keeping it going. As always, rest whenever you need to. If you need to take a rest, just stand up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. And then the last upper one before some cardio is a face pull. So we're going to have our hands in front of our face, and we're going to pull our hands either side of our face and really squeeze that upper back. Okay? Off you go. So I want a little pause here. So 1, 2, out. 1, 2, out. So you're really trying to activate those upper back muscles, get them nice and strong. Like I always say, when we're on laptops and phones and driving, those upper back muscles are going to get really weak and lengthened. So let's try and pull these muscles back, get them activated, squeeze your shoulder blades together, chest nice and proud. Good, 15 seconds, keep it going. Got 2 cardio exercises after this one, just to get that heart rate up a bit, which does involve some upper body as well. A little bit of boxing. 5 seconds guys, squeeze back, elbows high, 3, 2, 1, shake off those arms, and then we've got a little bit of boxing. So we're going to be marching out on the spot so we can keep moving, and we're going to add in some different moves. So we're going to go forward, forward, hook, hook. So 1, 2, hook, hook. 1, 2, hook, hook. And we're going to try and keep marching those feet, okay? Off you go. So nice small steps, 1, 2, and then hook, hook. Forward, forward, hook, hook. So keep those feet going up and down. If you're struggling with coordination of the feet and the arms, you can just stay on the spot. Punch, punch, hook, hook, punch, punch, hook, hook. Whatever's best for you guys. So you can keep those feet planted, you can keep marching those feet. Just going to get that heart rate up a little bit, keep working. As we've spoken about before, when we've done boxing before, make sure you keep that core in nice and tight, squeeze those abs. 5, 3, 2, 1. Take that 15 seconds, well done. And then the next one, very similar, but we're going to stay on the spot. We're going to go punch, punch, up, up, punch, punch, up, up. So we've got a lot of torso movement, so we need to keep this core in tight. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. So punch, punch, uppercut, uppercut, punch, punch, uppercut, uppercut. So we've got a slight bend in those knees, staying nice and strong. Like I said, this torso is going to be moving around a lot, so keep that core in tight, keep it nice and strong, keep those arms moving, just get that heart rate up a little bit. Take your time, as always, you can go a little bit slower, okay, you can rest whenever you need to. This exercise is going to bring us to the end of round 2, well, the first circuit of round 2, and then we go through it again. Well done, keeping it going, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take that 15 seconds, well done. Then we're back to the start, so we're back to push-ups. So either using your chair, if you don't feel confident on your chair, it might be too high, it might be too low, you could do some wall push-ups instead if you have a wall or a door frame nearby. In 3, 2, 1, let's go guys. So back's nice and straight, lower down, push up, nice and controlled. Get that upper body working, keep that back nice and straight, try and stay nice and strong. Up and down off that chair, take your time. Remember, you can always just have a smaller range of motion, lean into that chair, push it down into the ground, let your chest come over the top, don't allow that back to arch. Good, 10 seconds. Just getting those pushing muscles working, getting them strong. Good, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Next one, remember we've got that reverse fly with the thumbs up in the air. So slight lean forward if we can, squeezing those shoulder blades together, or standing up straight with your palms are facing up and we're squeezing those shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. So if we can, little lean forward, nice long arms, really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Okay, if you're struggling to maintain this straight back, then just come upright and pull those arms back. But just to make the exercise slightly different, we're just going to keep those palms facing up, just to work a bit of external rotation, squeezing back, pulling back, good stuff, keeping it going, 15 seconds, pin those shoulder blades together, chest nice and proud, push that chest through, strengthen up those upper back muscles. Good. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Shake those arms off. We've now got dips off the back of your chair or a close grip push up against the wall, whichever one's suitable for you. So nice squat position next to your chair. So you're nice and close and you're not leaning against it. Okay? Off we go. So we're going straight down in a squat and pushing with the arms. So we're trying to get those arms working as much as we can. If the arms get tired, we can push more with the legs. And we're just going straight down in that bottom position. And again, it depends on your type of chair. If it's too high, it might not be suitable. We can just do small reps, remember? If it's a bit low, again, it might not be suitable. So if you have a wall nearby, a close grip push up against the wall is a great alternative because that's going to hit the back of those arms and keep pushing. Good. 5 more seconds. Straight up, straight down. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And then we've got those face pulls. Okay, elbows nice and high. Really pull those shoulder blades together and we're pulling those elbows straight back. 5 seconds, guys. Flying through. Last 3 exercises. Off we go. So chest up, pull together and back out. Elbows nice and high. Push that chest through. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Take your time. I want a little pause at the end. Remember, a couple of seconds here. Just to really activate those muscles. Imagine you're pulling a weight. You're really trying to squeeze it back. Let's get those shoulders working. If your arms get tired, you just shake it off. Take your time. Okay, you can always come a bit lower. If your shoulders are a bit achy or a bit sore, you can pull in for a low row instead. Good. 5 seconds. Keep pulling back. 3, 2, 1, excellent, and then we've got our 2 boxing exercises. So the first one is a march with a punch, punch, hook, hook, punch, punch, hook, hook. Keep that core in tight, keep those arms and legs moving. 3, 2, 1. So we're marching, 1, 2, hook, hook, 1, 2, hook, hook. So again, a lot of torso movement. As we hook those arms, the body's going to want to twist. So just try and stay nice and rigid. Keep those arms moving. Keep stepping on those feet. Good, core in nice and tight. Keep it going, stay on the move. Good work. So those arms and legs at the same time is just going to work the heart rate a bit harder. And then on the next one, we'll keep the feet on the floor and try and work that core a bit. 10 seconds. Good. 5, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. 15 seconds, guys. Well done. And then the final one of the round. Nice solid position on those legs, and we're forward, forward, up, up. So again, a lot of torso twisting. So stay nice and strong. Keep the back straight. Off we go. So forward, forward, upper, upper. Getting those arms moving. Keep that core in nice and tight. If you want to make it easier, just slow it down. Work your arms through the movement, forwards, forwards, up, up. You can always just work forwards if you're a little bit tired as well. If you want to make it harder, then you can obviously work it a bit faster. Keep that core in tight, keep those elbows tucked in. Excellent job. Bit of coordination as well with those left and rights. A little bit of a combination. Nice, 10 seconds to finish. Solid position on those legs. Keep a slight bend in the knee. Keep pushing to the end. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Relax there. Well done. Okay then guys, final round. So a little bit of functional work, a bit of core, bit of balance, bit of stability, just to finish off everything. So first exercise, nice and straightforward. We're going to be dropping into a squat. Bring your hands down to your right hand side, and as you come up, you're just going to rotate over your left shoulder. So squat, rotate, squat. So your arms are kind of like a lever, and they're pulling your body round. So your core has to work to break, change direction, break, change direction. So keep your back nice and straight. We've just got some rotation because it can be very easy to like lean down for something or reach for something and then get a bit of a back injury. So this is just going to help strengthen our core through that rotation. Okay, so first round, 45 seconds, down to the right, up to the left, and then the second exercise will be the opposite. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. So squat down to the right, over to the left, and we're staying in that same movement pattern the whole time. Okay, this is your hardest option because your arms are obviously really long. You can squat a bit lower, you can go a bit faster to make it harder. If you want to make it easier, bend your elbows a bit more and just twist your body rather than having big long arms. So you do a squat with a twist, squat with a twist, but all the time we're keeping this core in nice and tight because that's going to stabilize around the spine and help strengthen that core. Perfect, so keeping that going right to left, core in tight, 3, 2, 1, perfect, have a breather, take your time, and then the next exercise will be left to right, okay? So again, abs engaged, core in nice and tight, maintain good posture, 3, 2, 1. Down to the left, over the right shoulder. And again, try and sort of swing your arms in a bit of a rhythm, a bit of motion. You're going to use your core to brake and then to pull back, brake, pull back. So nice long arms, but keep your core in tight. You should be pulling those abs in and keeping them engaged the whole time. Little squat through those legs, sit into those heels. So we're sending those hips backwards. And then as always, you can just bring your hands a bit closer and have a bit of a twist instead. If you're finding the twist a bit awkward or any pain, just some normal bodyweight squats is absolutely fine, just to keep you moving, okay? Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Right, we're going to use the back of this chair, we're going to hit these glutes, work a bit of balance. So, hold on to your chair, we're going to drive that leg straight back, squeeze your glute, and then we're going to take the leg out to the side, squeeze the outside of the glute. So it's backwards, side. Okay, 45 seconds, right leg or any leg you choose, off you go. So back straight, take that leg back, together, side, together. To make this harder, you can add in a little pause. So hold, down, hold, down. That's going to make it harder. You can obviously go higher. To make it easier, just give you a little small range. You don't have to go far. Okay, we're still going to activate the glutes. We're using your chair for support, for balance. Okay, and just really squeezing these hips. So we're working these glutes. That's going to help strengthen up the glutes. It's going to help support the lower back as well to keep that strong. Good. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And then change leg. I'll just swap sides so I don't kick the wall. So I can show you. Again, core in tight, squeeze this glute. Try not to arch your back. Off you go. So the movement comes from the glute in here, rather than like arching the back or leaning to the side. Let's try and get this glute doing all the work. And then as I always say guys, this standing leg is going to do a lot of work as well. So we want a slight bend in the knee on the standing leg and really squeeze it hard. Are your quads switched on, glutes switched on, hamstrings switched on? Let's get this standing leg working, and that's going to help with your balance. Good stuff. 15 seconds. Squeeze that glute. Keeping it going. Perfect. 10 seconds. Take that foot as high as you feel comfortable to do so. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And then the last 2 is a bit of core. So take a seat. Okay, right on the edge of your chair, lean yourself back slightly, but so your back doesn't touch the chair, so these abs are switched on, and we're just going to pretend you've got an object, and you're just twisting side to side, okay? Off you go. So this is a Russian twist, we're just twisting those shoulders, but because you're leaning back slightly, these abs and this core is going to be switched on, and it's going to help with rotation around the spine. If you want to make it easier, you just sit yourself up a bit higher and you just work side to side. Okay? If it's easy, you can come lower just before that back hits the chair, and that's going to have more tension across the abs. So whichever one you can manage, just hold in that position nice and tight and try and get a big rotation side to side. Good. 3, 2, 1, and then stay on the chair, sit yourself up, little breather, and then one more core exercise. We're going to lower back again to switch those abs on, and you're going to pretend you're pulling a rope in. So you've got a bit of rotation, but we're trying to stay nice and rigid in that midsection, okay? Off you go. So back straight, sit back slightly, and pretend you're pulling a rope in. But we're trying to maintain this good posture. Shoulder blades are together, abs are engaged. If you want to make it easier, you can come lower and keep pulling in. That's harder. If you want to make it harder, go lower. Don't make it easier. If you want to make it easier, just sit higher. But work on this posture. Keep this posture good. Don't slump into it like this. Keep that chest up. And again, to make it harder, you can go as low as you feel comfortable to do so. Keep that core in tight. Good job. Keep holding strong. 5 more seconds. And then we're back to the start for one more round. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Have a breather for 15. Back onto your feet. We've got the squat to wood chop to do. One more round, guys. Doing really well. So there's just 3 exercises on this, but we do them twice on each side. Last round, home straight in 3, 2, 1. Hands down to the right, over the left shoulder. Chest is nice and proud, sit onto your heels, bend those knees and hips. Okay, so we're not just shooting the knees forwards and lifting the heels up, we're sitting backwards like we did on the sit to stand with the chair, and then rotating over your shoulder, keeping your core in nice and tight. As always, to make it easier, slight bend of the elbow, slightly less of a steep squat, and slightly less rotation. And if you're struggling with the rotation part, just give me some squats up and down, sitting onto those heels, keep those legs working. 3, 2, 1. Take that 15 seconds, give yourself a rest. You should feel that a bit on your midsection now because your core should be a bit more tired from the ab work we did at the end. Okay, so left to right in 3, 2, 1, and we're in. Little squat and twist. Again, core in tight. This type of exercise is quite functional, so it's going to work that midsection, that core. We're working the arms, we're working the legs. It's very similar to a day-to-day movement, picking something out of the shopping bag, putting it in the shelf. Okay, and we're just going to stay nice and strong, help to reduce some injuries, but keep this core engaged, back stays straight, we're not hunching over. Okay, chest is proud, bend those knees. Let's strengthen up these positions so we're less likely to get injured. 10 seconds, guys, keep it going. Good job, nearly there. 5 seconds, up and down. 3, 2, 1, and relax, good stuff. Then we've got the chair. We're going to drive that leg back and out to the side, so hitting those glutes. Like I said, that's going to strengthen the glutes. It's going to hopefully help take some strain off the lower back and keep those hips healthy. 3, 2, 1. So long leg together, long leg together. Again, try and have a little pause if you can. That's going to help activate that glute a little bit more. Try and minimize any upper body movement, so try not to lean around too much. And really squeeze that standing leg. Make sure that standing leg's doing a lot of the work. And keep that other leg moving as well, because that is also working. And then, like I said before, if we need to just go a bit smaller, that's absolutely fine. If you need to put your foot down in the middle and then again in the middle, that is absolutely fine. Just whatever you can manage for your range of motion. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Shaking that leg off. Same on the other side. Flick around so you can see better. Flying through. 3 exercises to go, and then we'll have a quick little stretch. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Take it back and to the sides. Good. Keep a slight bend in that standing leg. As you can see on my standing leg, slight bend in the knee. Squeeze that standing leg and really squeeze those glutes. Good stuff. Nice long leg. Nice and controlled. Core in tight. As you can see, my back's nice and straight. Not leant over the chair with a hunch back. Good. Really think about squeezing this glute and then squeeze on the outside of the glutes. 10 seconds, guys. Well done. Keep it going. Good. 5, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And then the last 2 to go, those core exercises. So we're on the edge of our chair, on the edge of your seat because you're so excited. Slight lean back, switch that core on, and then we're pretending we're taking an object side to side. Off you go. So start tall, lower yourself down as low as you feel comfortable, and then we're twisting around that middle point. Okay? If you want to make it harder, you come lower, but don't let your back touch the chair. If you want to make it easier, you just come higher, guys, and twist side to side. But keep that chest nice and proud, core in nice and tight, and just rotating round. Excellent, keeping that going, well done. 10 seconds, rotate round. Good, 5 seconds, keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1, and then take a breather on your chair. This is the second and only time that you're going to use your chair for a rest, because we did it on the first round. Good, and then the final exercise is going to be those rope pulls. So cores in nice and tight, hold nice and strong. Off you go. Chest proud, lean backwards, switch these arms on, and we're pretending we're pulling a rope in. So we've got a little bit of rotation. That's going to really challenge that core because it's going to try and move your core, but we're trying to stay nice and still. Pull that rope in. If it's easy, get yourself down lower. You can hold on a bit harder. If it's hard, sit yourself up higher. We use these core muscles to stay straight. We're so used to sitting in chairs, well I am sitting in chairs like this. Let's keep that chest up and pull those arms in. Good job guys, 10 seconds to finish. We'll have a little breather and then a little stretch. Good job, well done. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Relax there, have a quick breather because we have worked for 12 minutes and then we'll have a stretch. Okay guys, good stuff, well done. So, quick little double stretch to get us going. We're going to take one leg in front of the other, same as what we did last week. One leg behind, push that heel into the ground and take your arm across the front as well. So we're getting a nice calf stretch at the back, we're stretching your shoulder out as well. And just allow that heart rate to come down. I know we didn't do as much cardio as last week, but we should have still found it quite challenging. Again, it was a little bit more resistance focused, so you might be a little bit sore as well. Good, change arm, change leg. Take that arm across the front, push that back heel down. But that's going to help strengthen up your muscles, tone your muscles, help with injury prevention, help with balance. So it's good to get some resistance in there and it keeps those muscles getting. Obviously we did these a few weeks back, so it's quite good to compare and see if your strength levels have improved. Good, and then what we've done before is that hip flexor stretch. So again, long leg at the back, but just don't worry about pushing down as much. I want you to drive your hips forward, open up that hip flexor, and at the same time, see if you can take one arm down the back and stretch these triceps out. If you struggle to get your arm overhead, just try and push it backwards a little bit here, just to wherever you feel comfortable to do so. Good, then change arm, change leg. Push those hip flexors forward, slide that arm down your back. Those hip flexors are going to get quite tight, quite weak if we're sat down quite a lot. So just open up those at the front. Perfect. And then we're just going to pull those shoulder blades apart, open up your upper back from all the pulling exercises we did. And hands on your lower back, try and open up your chest and the front of your shoulder from your pushing exercises. And give everything a bit of a shake off, guys. Well done. Give yourself a round of applause. Good work. Excellent job, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Hopefully you found that one a little bit harder than normal. Obviously, as I said throughout the exercises, we didn't do as much cardio as normal, but it was more strength focused, which is really going to help with your stability, injury prevention, toning those muscles. So you might be a little bit sore tomorrow or the day after, so take your time, go for a walk, keep your muscles moving. If you ever have any questions, obviously get in touch on the below details and keep up to date on our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, guys. See you soon.